Now, Roxanne, you claim that you hired this DJ to DJ the most important day of your life.
Yes,
right?
ma'am.
And he just let you down miserably.
Absolutely.
Tell me what happened.
I planned my wedding since I was a little girl. I've always, dreamed of my wedding. When I met Lance about almost 8 years ago, I knew that he was the one for me. We went through all kinds of things. Being an interracial couple, we suffered all kinds of prejudices amongst our family and friends and everyone. I started planning our wedding once he proposed, probably about 3 years ago, but I actually spent about a year and a half of vigorous planning, and I decided that, I would start looking for a DJ, and I found him. And I called him, amongst others, I called a few others, and he was the most, reasonably priced, and I saw his website.
You liked it?
Yes.
How many years of experience did you have as a DJ?
Almost 21 years.
21 years. So he was an experienced DJ, so you
Right.
figured, hey, this might be good.
Right. And he had an online wedding planner that he told me about, and I was like, oh, that's great. That's a huge incentive. So I went ahead and we talked it over for hours about
do you usually set up a consultation with your clients?
Normally, it's always over the phone.
Okay.
I mean, it's always over the phone. They call, I tell them what I can do for them. I make sure that everything is painless, stress-free, that it would
Painless
just be
and
perfect.
stress-free. Let me write that down. Painless, stress-free. Because no wedding is painless and stress-free, huh? Okay, so you want to make sure everything is painless and stress-free for your clients.
'cause they all
So
go
you have
well.
a very detailed conversation
Yeah.
with them. And what did she want? Tell me.
What did she want? She wanted, well, first off, one thing I got to say is we're always the last guys. They'll spend zillions of dollars for dresses, rooms, food, celery trays, and they'll only spend $6.95 for a DJ who is in charge of running the wedding, running the reception, making sure everything goes okay, and the DJ is also the guy if it goes nuts. Right, so I got to make sure everything works.
You feel
and
good?
Unfortunately for this
You
one...
feel good? You feel good? Because I don't make up those rules. That's life. But at least you have a DJ, and you must be doing good because you've been a DJ for 21 years. So let's not complain we have a job, right? Okay, so you sat down, well, you talked to him on the phone, and you said, these are the kind of songs that I want.
Right.
And do you announce the bride? You do all that fun stuff. You get
Introduction
people
of the
going.
bridal party, the whole 9 yards. First dance, daddy-daughter dance, mother-son dance,
That's the
bridal
best part
party
of the
dance,
wedding.
garter, bouquet.
You do it
everything.
all. I can tell you also have a great personality, huh?
Which
That's
is
right.
why I chose him.
Yeah, I could see the
Yeah.
attraction for the DJ. Okay, great. So then, what happened?
I talked to my parents about it, and they were like, that's fine. It's your money. You do with it as you wish. Of course, it came from them, but it was to me to allocate
course.
how I chose. Spoke to him about it and told him, I'll call you back. He actually called me back a few times in that week and was like, do you want to do this? Have you decided? Have you picked a DJ?
How many weeks before your wedding did you pick him?
Oh, months.
Months.
Oh, months.
Like
So you weren't
June
the
or
last
July.
one this time.
What?
You were one of the first.
Well, actually, yeah.
Yeah, okay, good. So you just,
Yeah.
I did nothing at last minute.
No,
I'm
she
not
was-
that
good
kind
for
of
you.
person.
Good for you. Neither did I when I got married. That's
Right.
perfect. Okay. So you signed a contract. What happened?
He sent
You
me the-
hired him officially.
He sent me the contract, and we mailed him the payment. I don't remember.
Normal procedure for you.
I don't remember which came first, but it was in the order that he requested it.
What was her price?
In Roxanne's case, the price was after discounts, and I don't remember, how it started out.
Just tell me the price, Alan.
$660.
$660 for how many hours?
Was it 5 hours?
Uh-huh,
Yeah,
I'm looking at
5-hour
your
session.
contract.
Right.
But you guys all agreed on that.
Yeah.
I received a 5%, as far as the discount, I received like a 5% or 6% discount because I found him on the internet.
So
on
you
his
sent the
website.
you sent the
Right.
check, right?
Right. She sent the check.
In
'cause that's how we work.
July, and I have right here, and that's this check that was cashed, right?
Yes.
Got it? We
Yep,
all understand?
Received it on July 11th.
Okay, perfect. The check you received on July 11th. Perfect. That was cashed. $330. Great.
In Christina's court, a bride forced to celebrate her wedding in silence because the DJ was a no-show.
What happened the day of your wedding?
The 2 days before my wedding, I called them to go over directions with them. I was getting married in like a historical district of a town nearby, and I wanted to make sure they knew where to park and everything because the parking's horrible. They said, okay, that's fine. He said,
Oh, you
make
spoke
sure.
to them 2 days before the wedding.
Yeah, the Thursday night. It was like 7 o'clock.
Had you paid the second?
Yes, I'm sorry. Yes, yeah, we paid the second payment. October 30th, I think, was when the check was written, and I think it was cashed the next day, is what it seemed like it was. So I didn't
So
have
technically, on October 30th, you were paid in full.
Yes, ma'am. Completely paid
Yes?
in full.
Gotcha.
So I had every reason to believe they would be there on Saturday.
You were ready, and you were confident that they were going to fulfill their end of the bargain.
Right.
Everything was perfect. And Lance, was she excited?
Oh, yes.
Were you excited?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, like any other couple, yes.
What was your song that you picked?
To Dance Together, it was a Brian McKnight song.
Had
Yeah, it's
a
been
baby
our
face
song
on it.
since we've been together. So,
What song is it?
Still in Love.
And he was going to play that.
Yes.
What happened the day of? You're getting ready.
I woke up that morning and it was early. I had things to do. I went and got my hair done. While I was getting my hair and makeup done, my stepmother called me and she said, "Who's going to decorate?" And I said, "The bridal coordinator and her husband are going to be there." I mean, her husband meaning the DJ and his wife. She said, "Okay, that's fine." She said, "They're not here yet." I said, "Oh, well, they only needed like 3 hours, I think it said in the contract." I said, "So they should be there well before 1, 2 o'clock because we were supposed to get married at like 4:30 or, no, 4. So 2:30 comes and I'm at the site and I get there in my full makeup and hair and everything. And there is boxes with my centerpieces in them, and the only thing set up is the table linens because the linen company did that. So I personally, along with my sister, had to go through and decorate my tables completely. I lit every
In your
candle.
wedding dress?
I wasn't in my dress yet. I was in an outfit that I had bought to wear that day, and my hair and my makeup. I was sweating. I was hot. I was upset. Meanwhile, my father keeps coming up to me asking me, "Where's the DJ? Where's the money we paid him? Where's he at? How come he's not here?" I have guests starting to arrive. I'm still out there decorating. There's no cocktail music being played. It's dead silence. All you hear is fumbling of stuff, me putting stuff here and
Alan.
here and here.
Alan.
Kaboom.
It's not funny.
In Christina's court, a wedding, a tearful bride, and a DJ who didn't show up or call.
Lance, what's happening at this point? Your future bride is what?
We have no idea what's going on, why he isn't here yet. We tried to contact him. He didn't bother to contact us.
Tell me about her.
She was just, really stressed out, and, like any other bride, you want everything to go well on your wedding day. And
It's the big day.
And it
Yeah.
wasn't. And to give you an idea of the stress that I was under, he's like my sole companion in life. When I'm upset, he's the guy I go to. I couldn't go to him. He was in the other room and the door was shut because we couldn't see each other because it was bad luck before our wedding. I don't know how much more unlucky you can get, but it was pretty bad. So he comes to the door just to comfort me, and he puts his hand out and we touch hands just to calm me down a little. It only made it worse, though. I cried even more. At this point, I have no music. My photographer says there's a violinist out on the street playing because we're in a historic district. There's a violinist on the street playing. She said she'll come up and play just your ceremony only, just for you, just to walk in. That's it. It's going to cost $50. I said, okay, that's fine. So I paid the lady $50 out of my purse, my last $50 that I had, because I was broke because the night before was the rehearsal dinner and, everything. So I give her my $50. She comes. I still have never to this day seen her. She came, but she had to leave because we took so long trying to find other music. By this time, my wedding's already an hour late, which means that we're either going to have to pay to stay there an extra hour or cut my wedding an hour short, which has ended up what happened.
You cut your wedding an hour
Yeah,
short?
we had to. Everything was rushed. Our cake cutting was rushed, everything. But let me back up to the ceremony. They found a CD that someone had left from like a wedding before then with the bridal march. So that's what I walked into. When the silence came was when during our wedding ceremony, we jumped the broom because that's a traditional African-American thing. We wanted to blend our two cultures. Yeah, we jumped it to complete silence. We walked back down the aisle as husband and wife to complete silence. Maybe some clapping. That was it. I didn't get to dance with my father, it was really hard not to dance with my dad because my dad has laryngeal cancer and he's had a complete laryngectomy with his larynx. And I was lucky to have him there at my wedding. So to not be able to dance with my father for lack of music was horrible. It was horrible. And to have my father angry that this man stood his daughter up was heartbreaking. And to this day, it's ruined my relationship with my father, because to this day, he's so hurt and he's so angry that this happened and that he didn't get to dance with me. And he got to dance with my sister at ours. I go to my friend's wedding and she danced with her stepdad to my song. And at the wedding, I'm supposed to be happy because my friend's getting married. Instead, I'm crying and bawling next to my husband because, you know, she's dancing to the song that I was supposed to dance to my dad. I paid for that. I put hard sweat and tears into planning this wedding. And it's not fair. He told me he was in a car wreck.
Did you have a terrible accident?
Shattered his
what
leg.
What prevented you from performing?
All right, first off,
contract.
whatever excuse I gave Roxanne was not what happened.
What happened?
My wife is bipolar, okay? And my wife needs medication in order to be normal. About 2 weeks earlier to this, the doctor that we saw, our family doctor, for some strange reason blew out of town without telling us as patients that they were leaving the practice. Couldn't get Heather her lithium, her medicine, stuff she needs to be normal. And I just coasted, hoping that Heather would be okay. Heather has to do this wedding. Heather will be okay. She's got to set up the decorations. She's got to help set up the room. I'm going to do the ceremony. I'm going to do the reception, and hope that Heather would be okay. The morning of, Heather pulled her world-famous life happens and blows up, starts yelling and screaming and locks herself in the bathroom, and I'm feared for her life. And
Why didn't you tell them this? Why didn't you call them and
I
tell them?
don't know.
Your Honor, all he had to do was answer the phone.
Huh?
All you had to do was answer the phone
Yes,
the day
that's
of the
right.
wedding. You knew
All I had
this
to do
young
is
lady.
get past my 200-pound wife who was holding the phone up like this, and I can't get to it. You're not answering it. You're not answering it. That with them. I'm important. You're not answering it.
Alan, you just don't run out of medicine the day of.
Well, she does.
You just don't run out of
Well,
medicine
she does.
the
She
day of.
doesn't tell me when
She
she's
wasn't
out of
the DJ.
anything.
He signed the contract, not her.
So why haven't you returned this money, Alan? Because it's despicable.
I haven't had it.
What do you mean you haven't had it?
I have not
So
had
you
the
spent
money.
money that was not yours. That's stealing.
At the time I spent it, Your Honor, I thought I was going to do the wedding.
But
I
you
did not
didn't do
know
the
I
wedding.
didn't do the wedding until the day I didn't do it.
Christina's Court. A wedding DJ leaves a couple celebrating in silence.
And why in the heck are you countersuing?
I was...
Explain this to
Yeah,
me.
please, I'd love to hear that one. Yeah,
Why are you countersuing?
yeah, go for it.
I don't know. I was going to tell you to drop that.
You think?
Dropped.
Which you were
Yeah.
going to do anyway, so cool.
Can I add something, Your Honor? A big part of me feels like he never had any intentions on coming to my wedding.
Why do you say that?
Because when I called him and finally did get to speak with him about my money, he said my check was in the mail. For 9 months, the mailman's been lost.
If it were true that your wife was sick, you would have called this lady immediately. You would have called her and said, I cannot make it. My wife is sick. She is so sick. At least she would have known right away. Somebody hurry up, go buy a CD. Somebody get me a box, something, so she could have done something. She could have told her mom, Mom, help me set up the tables.
Every night when I go to sleep, Your Honor, I cry. Every night, because my day that was supposed to be so special to unite me and my husband was ruined. It was tarnished. When people think of my wedding, they think of silence, because that's what they heard. Absolute silence.
I think you're a liar. I think you're cold, you're cruel, you're callous. This girl went through agony all by herself on the most important day of her life. And you sit here in front of us and not even say, I'm sorry to her?
I am sorry.
So, is it? And it's not even funny. You've laughed.
I am sorry, but this
You're
is...
laughed.
Look at all the work we put into this.
You did
okay?
absolutely nothing because
And
you
then
were
the
not
day
there
of-
to perform. And the worst part about it is that you stole her money and you kept it. That makes you a thief.
Thank you.
And you stole her date. That's even worse. The memories that she didn't dance with her husband. The memories she didn't dance with her father.
No farewell dance.
Nothing.
I got your farewell.
Is that, and you have, get him out of here, Renard, please. Oh.
Your Honor, can I say one thing also. I know he's gone, but I'd like to, my whole wedding was changed. I mean, my life changed after that because it will never be the same. And to have him say something like that, he's a coward. He's a lying thief, and he's a coward. And he is the DJ from hell. He is. He ruined my wedding.
He absolutely did. He absolutely did. I agree.
I can never take it. I can never do that day again. Ever.
You're suing for the DJ services back. You're suing for the violinist service, $50 back.
Yes.
And you're suing for pain and suffering.
Yeah, and
this
mental
is one of
anguish.
these cases where I have absolute no doubt in my mind that what happened was extreme, was outrageous. Did you suffer humiliation?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Did you suffer agony? Yes. For the rest of your life, you're going to do it. All you've done is cry. So I have absolutely no problem in granting you your claim of $3,000.
Thank you, Your Honor.
But don't, you have a beautiful relationship. Concentrate on that.
Can I add one thing? I just would like to say for every bride that don't pay your person in full, your vendor in full. Know exactly what you're getting into and meet them in person first. Don't let the first time you meet someone is standing in a courtroom.
Very well said.
All rise.
Christina has ruled in favor of the plaintiff and has ordered the defendant to pay her $3,000.
I thought Roxanne was an outstanding young lady, didn't you? She was hurt and angry, yet as articulate as any good lawyer I've seen in the courtroom. If she ever decides to become a lawyer, there'll be a lot less guys like Alan taking people for a ride. Happy ever after, Roxanne. See you in court.